Hello, and welcome to Clucker's Brood. Snootyville here, coming to you with something a little bit different today. We're going to play Norland. A couple reasons. It is a really fun game. Also, I'm super addicted. Figured this would be something in between our finishing up of Sonic. That's coming to an end here, but I'm super excited to play. I'm not an expert by any means. I will be keeping it on an easy setting because even on the easy setting, I die. So we're just going to get in. I'm going to play around with whoever, we decide to take on this journey with us here, and we're just going to get into it. Okay, first thing to decide is family members and the layup of that. Let's figure out what we want to do here. Okay, after taking exceptionally too long to create characters per usual, here's what we're left with. Alright, so this is the three brothers and a wife. The king, of course, in question here is Levi. I made him have very high persuasion, so, he's the one that, apparently dark deeds. Maybe we will go into that, I don't know, but definitely for the effectiveness of sermons, so he's the, person in charge, good talking, good tongue fellow. So, I gave him monogamous and lustful, which I thought was ironic. Just basically, he's never going to cheat on his wife, Lola, but apparently his need for sex increases as fast, and also apparently that makes him attracted in, increased interest in the opposite sex, which I guess makes sense, but if he's never going to cheat, doesn't matter. I feel like it cancels out there. We'll see what happens. His wife, Lola, gave her intelligence so that we can go ahead and just go through the books, honestly. To learn some things. We'll see how that affects there. I'll show you there. And high fertility and homely. We need the kids. We need the offspring. Levi needs an heir, right? And homely doesn't matter because she's already married, already getting some, so it doesn't really matter if she's homely or not. Then brother number one, we got Lenny. I'm assuming he's probably next in command if Levi never has children. It gave him the management, higher trait there so that he could be the one that manages all of the day-to-day tasks around the village there. He is beautiful, but he's balding. I thought it was appropriate. This was sort of the default that it gave me. So I was just like, yeah, sure. And then we got Lou. He's the combat guy. I'm going to make sure that he is in charge of our, army. Hopefully, maybe. That's not a mechanic I figured out quite yet, but we'll figure it out. And he is reckless and unattractive. Yeah, I mean, I still think he can get laid, so I'm not real worried about it. We'll just see. Let's get into it. Okay, went ahead and renamed the village Lard, went with the L names, and here's our beautiful flag. No scenarios for this moment in time. We're just gonna kind of play around with it. I did give excess iron. I saw in a tutorial that's one way to sort of have an easy time. So just decided to do that. And then peaceful mode. We'll see how that goes. Peaceful mode does not necessarily mean peaceful either. And we don't care about that. I don't care about that. Alright, even though this is peaceful mode, does not necessarily mean it's going to be peaceful. More or less, peaceful just means other places won't try to attack us, unless we start things. So first, you always want to start with a hall. That, at least I've gathered. Let me figure out where things are first, I guess. I want to sort of make it central-esque. So let's build a hall. Right about here is fine. And that's the first thing we're going to have to build before we can do anything else, so let's get that going. Alright, gotta appoint a manager. Of course, it's gonna be Lenny because he is the one that is best at that. Okay, made Lenny the manager of that building as well. Let's go ahead and get some housing going because the lords are going to be unhappy unless they have housing. Where can we put lord housing? We're gonna put it by this lake. Gotta have a tavern as well, so after work everybody can get hammered, so that's very important. Went ahead and put a rutabaga field down, and then this will be a lumber mill here soon. Oh, a brewery. A barracks will be important soon, but without a training ground, I really feel no need to do that right now. Warehouses are important. Let's slap one of those down here somewhere. And then I think last but not least, I'm going to throw another dormitory down here. One of the important things about this is the workers are the migrants that come, or unless you buy slaves, which I've never done. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. Maybe we will. But you got to have people to do stuff. Towards the end of this lovely day, they got at least one house up, so one lord won't be unhappy being homeless. But, oh wait, the trader's here already. Everything else is just kind of going smooth. It's after work hours, and we're just hanging out. Okay, the Holy Caravan has arrived in the city. We're going to go ahead and click on the trader here, and that's Levi's cup of tea, so the trader has a couple things that are really important. First is rings. There's a lot of things that you have to do with rings for interaction purposes. I will see that as we go, but most importantly, he has books here. Different things to help you sort of progress along. From my understanding, you have to know certain things to unlock other things from this, so ideally, we're just going to buy up a couple things this time around. Throw in some of our rutabagas here just to lower the price a little bit. There's really nothing else we can sell right now, so we're going to go ahead and trade that. We're not going to be able to do anything with the books yet. We have to make a library. So, since the lords are the ones that primarily use the library, we're going to put it over here in this little area over here. Maybe over this way. Can't turn it though. That's fine. So once the library is built, we'll be able to go into this knowledge tab here and assign people different books to read and different things to learn. Super duper important for the survival of everyone here. So let's just keep going and see how things come out. We're coming up at the end of our day here. Everybody's getting ready to go to sleep. We get an economic report every night that I completely ignore and don't read, and it wants me to check the issues list. There's a whole bunch of things that we need to take care of, but I don't need to be reminded. I've played enough. Okay, had them go ahead and build the library first. So we go down here in this knowledge tab. Some of the books are in a specific language, like this one says V. It's in Varn, which is what our people are. I understand there are some people you can start out with early that can't read most of the books, so it becomes very difficult. But this is how we move forward. So we've got to look and decide what is a good priority. First and foremost is a mine. We need resources, and that is something very important for us. So let's get the most educated person on that, and that would be Lola. Second, I think I'm going to play around with keeping prisoners this time around, so I'm going to go ahead and have the next most intelligent person focus on that, so we can go ahead and buy some slaves. Next, I think temple would be a good idea. The people inside of your town, including your lords, tend to get really fussy when they can't learn about their religious folk, so finally, I'm thinking hop field and beer because that's what people like. At the end of the day, they need to have their beer or their moonshine or whatever. So they're going to go ahead over time throughout their day while they're doing other things and, learn these things. You can see it in this corner over here. We got somebody from another place coming over to chit chat with us. Usually when these people come in, they usually have some kind of, plan. Most of them just want to get close to your lord to try and gain favor. Some people are suspicious, however, and just want to cause trouble. And some people, I don't know why they're here. Their intentions are never revealed to me. So we'll just kind of see Luda here and see what her intentions are. I think it's ironic, though, that there's a lot of L's here. I don't know if the game knows I'm playing with L's, but here we are. Everybody's in the library reading because there's nothing much else to do. Levi and Lola, they're going to kind of do their own thing over time. I'm sure she'll have some children with Levi, and then, you know, we can see how that works. But our other objective is going to be getting Lenny and Lou here married off, so they can also have offspring. Although far less of a priority, I suppose. Alright, she revealed her intentions. This character comes to satisfy their passion for dice games. They choose the least intellectual lord as their opponent, potentially increasing their chances of winning. For some reason, they are forbidden to gamble in their home province. So, Luda is the dice equivalent of a pool shark, and she's come to win some rings. So I think I'm going to have a little bit of fun. Oh. I was going to have fun with Lola, because she's the one that's most intelligent, and hopefully would be able to beat her, but her and Levi are actually porking right now, so I'm not going to go over there. I'm going to let them have their time, and then I'll wait, and then we'll gamble Luda's rings away from her. Oh, would you look at that? Lola is pregnant. Fantastic. An heir is on their way. Woohoo. Now that you're done and you're green, and talking about beef, let's play dice with, oh no, I have to go to Luda. Okay. So, play dice, Lola. Alright, they're playing. She's throwing up, I think. I think she threw up while she played. That's what the green is. Pretty sure that's puke. Are they gambling and walking? I'm not sure what's happening. Okay, well, never did. Oh, she puked in here too. It never told me if. Oh, they're not done playing yet. Okay, Luda lost to me. Sorry. Let me rephrase. Luda lost to Lola. So. Heh. Although, am I the real winner? There's vomit all over the library. I don't know if that ever goes away either. I really don't know. I've never had somebody vomit all over the library. Oh well, we'll see in the morning. No, I think I misunderstood. Lola totally lost. And he's being neglected. And he must be drunk. Yep. Even Levi lost some rings to Luda. Damn. Guess I should also mention, everybody's sort of got their own little, person tab here. Sort of tells you about them and what mood they're in. Shows you pluses, minuses for what's going on. I mean, it's something that's really great, and we'll interact with it a lot more, but for now, we're just going to speed things forward. You can click on buildings to prioritize them. Having wood is incredibly important because everything takes wood, no matter what it is, so... Oh, look at this! Okay, King's ambitions. The king decides that it's time to announce the ambitions that will determine the future of our noble family. So we've got 3 options. We can either be fertile, conquer, or economic. Add 3 vassals to the kingdom. Achieve daily productions of goods worth that amount. Or be fertile. I think we're going to go start with fertile. After you complete one, the other ones are left. So, we do need more people. I think that's probably an easy priority. Then we can go to economic. I've never done conqueror. I don't ever get that far. So, last game I played in depth was everybody was murdered by a pack of wolves. So, never got there. I built another one down here. 2's better than 1. The trader is back. Anytime the trader comes into town, I always talk to them. I think it's important. Oh, although apparently a coronation is... We'll do the coronation in a second. Apparently, we're doing this first. I just decided to get a couple books this time. There's just some that are not relevant, so not yet anyway. Go coronation! Woo! Oh, that was it. That was fun. Okay. We learned the temple. So 2 things. We'll get that somewhere. But let's figure out what else we want to do. I'm not real sure what peasant houses do. I think we're just going to play around with it. Sure. Go, Lou. Then let's get a temple built somewhere. Just kidding. I'm going to hold off on the temple until we get a mine because I don't want to use the rest of our iron on that. Or copper or whatever it is. No, it's iron. I don't know why it's copper color, but here we are. Lola is naked. Oh, she's like asleep. Okay, well you do you, babe. No worries there. Okay, we learned mine, which we're going to go ahead and get constructing right away. Super important. And then also, I actually don't think it's necessary. I was going to put a warehouse somewhere here, but that warehouse is right there. It's really close. I don't think I need that. And there's going to be one up here, so let's get somebody else on some other kind of knowledge. Let's do efficiency with Rutabaga Field. Everybody's needing some temple love. So we'll make sure that mine is built first. I'm going to go ahead and get a temple up and running also. Temple right there, great. Okay, one of our providences is bringing us tribute. They're bringing us some grain. Sweet. So, something else besides making babies and trading, Levi has other duties as a lord. He is the one that can go to other local areas and sort of make peace or otherwise with them. So, let's just pick one for fun. Well, these 2 are Varns, so we're pretty cool with them. Tanaya, if that's how you say it, sorry. They seem to be the most hated of the whole shebang for some reason. I don't know. I don't know the lore. I'm just here. But let's go ahead and improve some relationship. Let's just spend some time. Levi has very high manners, although they don't. So if you have high manners and somebody has low manners, sometimes they don't do well. It might be better if we went wolf hunting. Yeah, and they're a little bit closer in combat, so that's a better way for us to become good friends. So I'm going to go ahead and have him do that. And the reason for that is the more you're friends with somebody, right, the more you want to help each other out. So hopefully there will be a trade agreement here sometime soon. And now we've learned the knowledge keeping prisoners. I don't have the knowledge of how to keep a prisoner, but we're gonna buy one once the merchant comes, and we're just gonna see how that goes. Let's get back in here. What else do we need? Braised rutabaga. Let's go try that. I've never really messed with it. Basically, instead of just eating, I guess, raw rutabaga, they cook it first. Also, don't know about you, but didn't know what a rutabaga was. Sort of like a cabbage turnip is my understanding. So, there you go. Vegetable knowledge. Also, on a side note about food, apparently instead of putting baking soda inside of your fridge, you can put a clean, fresh roll of toilet paper in there to absorb the excess moisture. You're welcome. Toilet paper inside of your fridge. Duh. Truehold is also paying tribute. Ooh, they're bringing us iron. You can edit that when you make your little village. You can decide what two resources, your two villages next to you that I guess are like you rule over them or whatever. You can choose which resources they are. Oh, a building needs a manager. It is, of course, going to be Lenny, because nobody else does anything except for Lenny. Lenny's the workhorse. Beginning of relationship with the loving family. So, this is what occurs after you build a temple. You get a bishop, and they hang out in your village or whatever this is for all of eternity after that, I guess. Sort of annoying, but that's okay. I have not yet grasped what's going on with the church. Kinda just want to fuck with them. But I'm not going to fuck with them until I have an army, because I think they fuck with you when you don't do what they like, and I have no defenses whatsoever except to maybe throw fucking rutabagas at them. So, we'll wait for that. What? Lola just dropped on the floor and wasn't able to move. Oh, she's about to give birth. Cool. Now, what would be really awful is if everybody died in childbirth. Has never happened to me before. But this would be the moment. Why did he come in there? What was he doing? Gotta build a house for Greelard to live in. That's like these. When guests come, I'm sure they prefer to be inside of a lord house. So I just usually have a couple extra. Oh, okay. A prison ward. A living space for prisoners. It can accommodate 21 people. Requires a warden worker. Okay. We'll start this process. I'm still thinking we probably need some guards, right? Where do we put prisoners? I don't really want them to be over here, you know? They need to, like, be over here. Like there, maybe. Sure. Another lord's house. Or it's gonna pop up, I think, how you win the game. You become emperor or something. No idea. Not a clue. Gotta start getting more people in here. So, I'm gonna build another dormitory. Smack it down right there. They still haven't completed some of the buildings that I've had there since the beginning, so slowly but surely. It's time for the Lord to marry. So that's a good point. Like I said, that does need to happen. Although... no. Ah, there is one. Okay, so marriage works in a couple different ways, right? So these... oh, and over here. These folk and these folk over here have some brides to be married off. Basically, we pay a bride price, right? We give the... we would give La Cria, whatever. We would give them the $578 because that's the price to take their daughter away, and then she would come and stay in our providence and then be a part of our social circle here, and then she would make babies, and then we would just have a great time. There's another one over here, but I must not be able to see that one. Oh, I see. I'm a dumbass. Wait, who's older? You're 42, you're 28. So Lenny would probably be first. Also, you can look up here. Levi has the big crown. He is primarily he's the king, right? Second in command for the moment is Lenny. Although, to be real, it will be whoever Levi's children are, right? whoever comes out of this broad, right? But as far as Lenny, it's probably a good idea that we do get him a wife. Always good to have people to help work things. La Roma, and her name starts with a fucking L. We've got to marry her. I'm gonna go ahead and do this here. He can go ahead. She can go ahead and get with Lenny. And you can sort of see it's supposed to be a beneficial thing either way, right? They get some gold. We improve our relationship. She comes over and she, becomes a part of our little village here. So we're gonna go ahead and get that done. On a side political note, that is typical of certain places in society. Maybe not where you're from if you're watching this. Just depends. Bride prices are not a new concept. Some people find them harmful. But this is a video game, and we're not here to talk politics. At least not yet. Not yet. What I've done here, we're in the production menu. When you finally get a brewery up and going, that is where we can make alcohol, because everybody has to drink to be able to, live their life here, because it's rough. So I went ahead and told the brewery to go ahead and make me 100 moonshines with 100 rutabagas. That will go ahead at some point and get created. Usually takes some time. This one does not have a manager. And then eventually you will see moonshine pop up over here, and we will have that to sell and to drink and to use. I got some hop field and beer knowledge going. That means I'm going to go to resources and not do anything because we don't have enough wood. So we're going to have to hold off on the making of stuff. Oops. We'll give it a couple of days. We have 2 of the lumber mills, lumber whatevers. We'll be able to catch back up here in a little while. Oh, we need to 100% get something else going too. Let's do rye. Ooh, there's 2 people. Keeping prisoners we already know. Let's do scaffold. For the moment. Oh, and we learned peasant house. We'll worry about that later. We'll get a couple people in here otherwise, just in these dormitories. And then once we sort of get a little bit better on the wood, because we only have 45 coming in. Lenny is traveling to go and pick up his wife. So, and she is, all right, she had her child. Well, let's check him out. His name is not going to work. It has to be an L. Give me just a second. His name is Larash. Now, we probably won't get Lou married off in time before he goes and sleeps with somebody random. Whether it's a random lord or lady that comes... Not lord. Sorry. Anyway, so we probably won't get Lou married off in time before he needs to fulfill his sexual desires, and he probably will sleep with a peasant. If he makes a child... then that peasant child will look just like Larash, except down here there will be an upside-down crown next to the little baby face, meaning that he is a bastard, he or she is a bastard child. So they have that here too. Super great. Love that. Really gives me the Game of Thrones vibe. Who is this and what are they doing? What's your purpose? Oh, they're a bard. I'm gonna make her sing a lyrical poem. I've never seen this person before. Oh, the trader is also here. Holy shit, he has 42 rings. I don't need that many, but let's get about 10. Okay, picking up fertilized correctly that uses less wood, a workshop, and coal furnace. The other ones I'm happy to buy later, but at this moment in time, I think they're less important, and I don't want to spend all the gold in the world. Trying to get production up so that we can go ahead and start selling product like moonshine. Just hasn't happened yet. Takes a lot of time. Oh, here we go. Lenny and Laroma are engaged. She has been given title of Lord, as is typical. The bard, which is exactly what that person was. I don't want to follow this person. I guess they sang their song. My beloved friend Levi. Oh, how dearly she desired to be wed, finding little rest at night, and we are exceedingly glad that it has finally come to pass. I believe this union will bring us both not just heirs, but also flourishing prosperity to our households. Signed by my own hand, King Delon. Heirs looks like a B. Okay, the text isn't great. Anyway, he's happy, I'm happy. We now have combined our houses with something greater than blood, money, and babies. Or forced babies. Arranged marriages probably suck ass. Don't know. Never had to deal with that because I, live here in America and am not part of a culture in which does that. But I'm sure there's people in America that are from cultures of that nature that still have to, marry people they don't love. Super weird. Oh, yeah. Other side thought about Larash got distracted by naming him, I think. So it's really important that kids learn. So let's see what he has going on as far as skills. He's monogamous and lustful also. That's funny. He's really intelligent. Not really, but he's intelligent and he's persuasive. He's got 2 stars, which means I would assume that he does better there. I think intelligence would be good, and Lola can go ahead and teach him, just because that's sort of what she's good at. The best part about this game, I think, is that when people get older or they die, the knowledge that they have learned through our little knowledge tree here, right? It goes away. You get old, you forget, or you die and you can't say anything because you're dead, right? So it's important for the offspring of all of these folk to learn anything possible. So he'll get to 12 at some point in time, and you would be able to have him start reading books and learning knowledge that these old fuckers are eventually going to lose because they're going to croak. So I love that dynamic in this game. It's really cool. And actually, come to think of it, Laroma is now an official part of our little clan here. So let's have her learn fertilize correctly. Just kidding. She doesn't know how to speak Varn because she's something else. Herbalist is acceptable. She is indeed not Varn. She's something else. What are you? Oh, she's Tanaya or whatever. Wait, what sin did you... Oh, she also has no fucking house. Damn it. Oh, hey, peasant house. Cute. Lord's house is more important, though. So, let's... There we go. We'll put 2. There we go. Okay. A free lord has finally come into our humble domain with the trader. So, I think this will be a good time. How old are you? You're 27. You can hire free lords. They can help you out for a little while, help you with production or learning things. And you can eventually grant them a title if you so desire to, and they will just become part of your main bar up here. So we're going to go ahead, check out, and see what you got going for you. Persuasion, manners. Yeah, management. Pretty good management. So what we could do is go ahead and hire her. And then, can I change her name? Yes. I have changed her name to Larissa. Because we have to have elves here. This is this village of elves. So we'll go ahead and get her hired and see if she's a good fit. And what we'll do is if she is a good fit and she works with our dynamic here, we'll go ahead, bring her on as a lord, and then her and Lou can get married. Because once they're part of your head honcho team here, ew, look at that, gross, making the sex, you can just tell them to get married. Doesn't matter if they love each other, it is the duty. you are the duty to get married and to make the babies. So this is how the world is. We must have all the people and stuff and things. We'll have him talk to the trader and hire her as soon as he's done making the babies. We sort of missed it, but Lenny and La Roma got married, so woohoo. Okay, so she's hired for 10 days. What is important in that time, if we want to keep her, is to socialize with her. And ensure that she has her liking of the king. I think it's 25% or something when you kind of scroll down here or whatever. And then you can go ahead and grant her a title and she'll stay, and then she'll pork Lou, and then we'll all have a great time with too many babies. So I'm going to go ahead and leave it there. This is a really fun game. Hold on. The Rash is 300%. Totally just guitaring it right now, so having a great time with that. Anyway, hope you're enjoying it. I'm having a great time. I really love this game. Hope to get a little bit farther in it, but as always, appreciate y'all checking us out, and I hope you enjoy what we're gonna put out next. So as always, keep on clucking.